guys, welcome to today's video about German work culture, and this is part of a series. Be sure to also check out the other videos, they are very helpful. And today's special topic is how to behave with colleagues. So the first rule is you don't call anybody sir or madam. I actually had very funny experiences in office where also a young new joiner in office, he was from India, he called a German senior sir, and this German senior got very confused. Why is he calling me sir? Because it's for us Germans, it's a little bit like somebody is calling you your majesty or something like that. So yeah, better not to do it. Just call people by their name. So let's say you are on ARP base, then you can call him Mr. Schmidt or something like that. And if not, then you can call them by their first name. A second very important difference between Germany and India is, and I'm every time very surprised about it in India, that people actually discuss their salaries with colleagues. In Germany, that's absolute no-go. That's a complete taboo. You don't tell a colleague what your salary is, and you never ask what their salary is. I have very close colleagues and I have no clue what they earn. So that's like absolute no-go. Don't discuss salary. Of course, with your boss, you have to discuss salary, but only during these specific times that are like, or when you want to ask for a raise or something. That's a completely different thing, but not with colleagues randomly. Then one very important thing in Germany is you don't take super long coffee breaks usually, or do a lot of chit chat, for example, standing in the big office and discussing things. Basically, when you're in office, it's important to work. Of course, we are all humans and it's still important to sometimes get a small break, get a coffee, also talk to the colleagues a bit, because it's also sometimes very helpful to get a little bit informal information of what's going on and so on, and it also helps for the collaboration. But in general, office time is working time. So the fourth rule is no private and very personal talk, especially in the first meeting. Even in the second and third meeting, not so much. In general, Germans keep much more distance. So stay distant and keep it professional. For example, I have a lot of colleagues with whom I worked for years. I have no clue, do they have kids? Are they married? Where do they live? Those things actually happen in Germany, which sometimes I also find it a little bit too distant, but that's how it is. And that of course doesn't mean that if you have colleagues, let's say of your same age or any age, and you get along very well, that you don't also meet in private, or you also then talk more private things over time. But just as a general rule, it's more distant in Germany. It's just keep that in mind. You'll have to feel it also a little bit, how to behave in those situations when you're there. But in general, it's more distant, kept more professional. Rule number 5 is don't discuss any critical political topics. That means in Germany, especially don't talk about Hitler, Nazis, the whole Holocaust and how Jews were treated in Germany. All these things, these are to a big extent taboo topics in Germany. You may be able to discuss them in private with people that you know better, but these are very critical topics and it's better to stay away from them. And similarly, in general, don't discuss communal topics, religion. Just stay away from those. That's a good advice in Germany. Rule number 6, and the last rule for today, is that communication in general is much more direct in German. You don't have to use, also when you write emails, words like kindly, please consider. You can be much more direct. Could you please have a look there? Could you please do this? Could you please? So whole communication is much more direct. When you talk to your boss, you can say, oh, I don't think that's a good idea, what you are saying. Oh no, I don't have time. I cannot make it until that deadline. So in general, communication much more direct. Okay guys, that was today's video about German office culture, how to deal with colleagues, how to behave with colleagues. Don't forget, this is part of a series of videos So also be sure to check out the other videos. I'm linking them here for you. And if you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and all your dreams will come true.
Your